A man accidentally slipped and fell into a swamp. The strange thing was that he didn't panic. His eyes were fixed on two tiny ferrets sitting on a nearby branch. As Mark slowly sank deeper into the mud, the two ferrets seemed to realize he needed help. One of them began gnawing frantically at the tree trunk, while the other climbed higher and started bending a branch toward him. Seeing a faint ray of hope, Mark quickly grabbed the branch. But in the sudden movement, the smaller ferret lost its balance and fell straight into the swamp. Mark was so focused on saving himself that he didn't notice the poor creature struggling in the mud. Within seconds, it almost disappeared beneath the swamp. Hearing the desperate cries of the other ferret above, Mark suddenly realized what had happened. Without hesitation, he plunged his hands into the mud and began searching wildly. He kept throwing mud aside with both hands until he finally felt a tiny movement. Gathering all his strength, he pulled the little ferret out. After being saved, the two ferrets came even closer to him. There was no fear and no anger, only trust. Mark smiled and gave them names, Toru and Peru. They slipped into his pockets as if they had always belonged there. But Mark had no idea that a mysterious power inside him was slowly awakening. Maybe that was why these small creatures trusted him so deeply. After traveling for a long time, Mark sat on a rock to rest. Suddenly, an eagle swooped down from the sky. When Mark looked into its eyes, strange visions began flashing in his mind. He saw several soldiers tying an animal to a wooden post and beating it mercilessly. At that moment, Mark realized the eagle was asking him for help. Driven by a strange pull, he immediately headed toward the place from his vision. Soon, he saw a black leopard tied up with ropes, while two soldiers stood in front of it ready to strike again. Mark didn't jump straight into the fight. Instead, he signaled Toru and Peru. Quietly, they circled behind the soldiers and stole their crossbows. By the time the soldiers realized what had happened, it was already too late.